So good afternoon, ma'am. So this is me, and I am presenting my prelim exam. So question number one is, what makes communication so important? So for me, communication is important because in traveling in other world, we need to communicate to the other people. So in order to on that, we need to communicate. But the problem is we don't know their own language. So we need to communicate by using our verbal, by using non-verbal, our gesture or non-gesture. Because communication is not all about language. Communication is all about how you say to it and how they understand what you say. So that is the communication for me. So question number two is, does visual communication improve our understanding of certain situation? How? Yes, it helps, especially if speaker gives a press conference and he cannot speak it clearly. So in order of that, he puts a picture or a video on an LED screen. So the listener gives a support idea of what he or she says. So it gives support idea. Number three, how vital is it to practice interpersonal communication? What effect can be benefit from this type of communication? I will say it's very important to practice this because not all of us has a confidence. So to boost yourself, to boost your confidence, you need to practice communicating to other person so that in the time that you want to communicate to him or her, your confidence is not be weak. It will be strong. So, question number four, imagine that you are CEO of clothing company. Which type of organizational communication will be most effective for your company and why? I will say formal. Because as a CEO of a clothing company, I need to communicate to my employee in a formal way to look decent because other employee treats you as a friend, but if you are in a company, treat you as a boss. So we need to communicate in a formal way. So that question number five, with the world as its fastest pace and advancement in technology, do you think it is possible that animals may be able to produce their own language? Why or why not? I think I think it is I think it is I think it is well it will adapt to the animals, especially the other country is using the technology advanced. So I guess it will give a try. Number six, you came up from a prestigious institution when your family decided to transfer you to a local university. Since French is your first language, you have been trouble communicating with your new Filipino classmate using the English language. What will you do to establish a connection of understanding with one another despite the differences in culture and language? I will I will help him in learning our own language. I will help him our culture so that adapting the language with culture is easy it's in is easy. 7. How important is feedback in the communication process? Is it really necessary to receive feedback every now and then? Why or why not? So I would say I would say yes because but for me I am I am accepting feedback, especially I am not a perfect person. We are not a perfect person. So there are lots of wrongs and trials that we need to encounter. So accepting feedback is very good because it improves your wrong ways. And that will be all. Thank you. And that is the end of our question. And that is the part. This is the continuation. This is the part 2. So this will, the instruction is determine it is you will using the utilitarian approach or the moral duty approach. So and how will you say it? So the The situation is a medical clerk or health information clerk is responsible for managing patient health record and history. Their main duties include helping conduct audits, gathering and filling patient information, and so I will be a medical clerk. So the situation number one, Mr. Joe has asked you to look up his blood result as he cannot. He has been pretty sick this week and busy on top of it. He can't take the time off to see his own physician and has told you that his doctor gave him the okay to look them up. What will you do and say? So I will I will say I will do the utilitarian approach because I know that the doctor says yes, so I am confident that I will give the test result, and I will say it to him that okay sir, so wait for a minute and I will get the result. Situation number two, you work at a gynecological procedure unit. You often have patients having abortion. You see the same supportive partner come in this past month with three separate women for their procedures. You overhear him tell each one of how much he loves them and is sorry that they have to terminate their pregnancy. What would you do and say? I will do the moral duty approach because as a medical clerk I need to be in a professional way because I have my license that I need to protect, and I will follow the ethics that I have followed in a hospital. And I will say it to him that okay sir, that will be, and that is the end. Okay sir. So that you cannot say a bad. So, situation number three, you have been delegated to get your patient blood pressure. This patient is very rude and is pressing you to hurry up, also moving around a lot. As a result, you are unable to get their BP after 3 attempts. The patient asks, what takes you too long? What would you say? So, I will I will do the moral duty approach also because as a medical clerk I need to explain and I need to expand his knowledge about the procedure that I've been testing to her. So I will say that ma'am, I will just take for a minute because the BP of yourself is unbalanced. So I need to test again and again so that we can clear your results. 4. You come across your best friend's boyfriend test result. He has been diagnosed with syphilis. You know she is considering becoming sexually active with him this weekend. What will you do and say? So I will do the utilitarian approach. So expect it that is happening outside the hospital. So as a friend, I need to concern about her health. So I will say that you need to minimize your activities so that in order in the future you can become healthy. So situation number 5, you saw your physician giving preferential treatment to patients of a specific ethnicity. A few of your patients have made comments to you and other staff as well. What will you do or say? I will do the moral duty approach. So, because as a medical clerk, I need to protect my license. I need to protect the hospital that I am working, the ethics of the hospital, and I need to give the importance of the privacy of a doctor. So I will say that I don't know. I would say that he's a good doctor, and I will say this again that he is a good doctor, and being a good doctor, we have some respect to each other and privacy, and that will be my comments to the person who are asking me about the doctor's performance. And that will be all. Thank you. And that will be all. Thank you, mom.